Hello, everybody. Got another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee Singles Edition. Got ourselves a good one. We got Will Cohen going up against Scott Harvey today. Got Dylan with me. It's going to be craziness. All this craziness going to ensue. Be wild. Dylan, do you think we had craziness today?
I think we got so much craziness. Two of the craziest competitors we have in this league. No, I think this should be a really good one. Will's been having a great season, and so has Scott. And I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. We saw them face off earlier in teams. This is the first time we're seeing them face in singles, though, which for someone who has been around as long as Scott, it's interesting to see new matchups because you'd think, oh, he's faced everyone. Not exactly. But yeah, this should be an interesting one.
Exactly. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring him in since, we're talking about him. Here's Scott Harvey. Scott, I didn't call you Scarvy Den. I've been doing that lately on call, but how you doing today?
I mean, it is my permanent StreamYard tag. I kind of just forget that I have it now because I've had it for like a year. But I'm good. I'm excited to be here. I broke my curse last time out of not winning or losing consecutive matches. I actually have won 2 matches in a row now. So anything is possible now. The curse has been broken. Why not just try to win 3? Will's a good player. Like Dylan said, we played him in teams. It was a really close match that they won. But yeah, I'm hoping to ride this momentum and keep going on this ladder to whoever's next.
Alrighty. Well, let's bring in who you're facing today, Mr. Will Cohen, along with his manager, Mr. Jake Meltzer. Guys, what's up?
Not much. There's really not much to say. Like Scott said, we did face off each other. Earlier this year. That was a close match. Scott won. Scott won 2 matches in a row. I won 1 match against a very, very tough opponent. For my last match to get here. So let's just see where this crazy train ride goes. Jake, what do you have to say before I stammer too much?
I don't know if the other Phoenix club manager is backstage, but I do want to say, regardless of whether he is or not, it's nice to be around the nice one for a change. Scott's cool. I would normally root for Scott, like if he wasn't playing someone from Front DMC. He's just someone that I've always really liked. So unfortunately, he has to go up against Will, and I think he's in for it tonight. Will's been playing great, and I want to see him keep going. You got this, man.
All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and take Jake off. Now let's just go ahead and get started. Round number 1. Going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions. Made general movie categories. 15 seconds, write the answer down on the whiteboard. At the end of the time, you will show and verbalize your answer. You're going to get a point for each correct answer. And if any of you get all 8 correct, you're going to get a bonus question, also worth a point. Also got 3 repeats, a challenge to use throughout the match. Any questions before we get started?
Let's have some fun.
Cool. It's not a question, but all right, I'll take it. But that first one is going to come in the category directors. Who made their directorial debut with Fruitvale Station? I don't know if this has gotten like the crazy start that I hyped it up to be, but maybe we'll get there as we go.
Maybe. I expect craziness. I'm a little disappointed so far.
Yeah.
There we go. That was crazy.
One. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
Kugler, Ryan.
All righty. Scott.
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler is correct. Next question. Dylan.
We'll come in the category of horror. What is the name of the fictional California town that The Lost Boys primarily takes place in?
Will saying like the last name first threw me off a bit, but wasn't nearly as annoying as people doing the whole match in Spanish.
Oh, yeah. At least they didn't give their answers in Spanish, though.
Oh,
hey.
Surprise for you.
Good strategy.
Pens down. Scott.
It's something like Sand something, but I didn't give you.
All right, Will.
I believe it is Santa Clara.
That is not correct. We're looking for Santa Carla.
Oh, damn it. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Well, then,
Very
no
close.
more rounds of that question. Moving to your next question comes in the category 2010s. What 2018 film centers around Senator Gary Hart's campaign for president of the United States being put in jeopardy after his extramarital affair comes to light?
So I just hurt my neck turning over to my phone to read off the questions because my neck's been hurting all day. That's fun. There's a little life update for you. I'm going to be
Thank
turning around like Michael Keaton's Batman from now on just to look at my phone.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Will
The Front Runner.
and Scott.
I think the Multiplex writers room is the only people that remember this is a real movie, but The Front Runner.
You remembered?
Can't confirm or deny that. Yeah, but the confirmer is correct.
All right. So then we'll get into your next question, which will come in the category of mystery/thriller. Liam Neeson plays the titular character in what 2023 mystery thriller? Mystery/thriller. Excuse me.
I know it's going to throw everybody off if you just didn't throw off that qualifier.
You got to pronounce the slash, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to try to tie that into a Guns N' Roses joke. I couldn't think of anything. So
Same. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Oop. I don't know what that was. Let's go to Will.
I said Marlowe.
All right, Scott.
I thought it was some like really generic title. I said Retribution.
I think that is a Liam Neeson movie. But Marlowe is the correct answer. Will taking the lead off there. And going on to your next question, the category of come of age/teen. In Superbad, after agreeing to buy drinks for the party, Evan agrees to buy a certain type of what alcoholic drink for his crush Becca? That's really weird.
do you think this movie is super bad or super good?
I mean, I was like 16 when it came out, so I mean, I think you can figure where I lie on that.
Fair.
My generational raunchy comedy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scott
No idea. I said a daiquiri.
and Will.
Very poorly. I said Goldschlager.
Should we pause
I'm
here?
good. I'm gonna accept that because it is Goldschlager. Goldschlager is the liquor that they
Okay.
Yeah, it's close enough.
that he has. Yeah.
We had
Goldschlager-
vodka just in the
vodka
document.
was-
But yeah.
Vodka is correct, but Goldschlager is what it is. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
All right. So then your next question will come in the category of Oscars. The Towering Inferno, Traffic, and Whiplash all won what Oscar?
Daniel, what movies won what thing?
Oh, yes. Everyone's favorite.
Are we going to introduce Golden Globes at some point?
Oh,
I think we
I
should.
hope not. Jesus Christ.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right. Scott's first repeat.
So your question again. The Towering Inferno, Traffic, and Whiplash all won what Oscar? The score is 4-2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I may get on the horn about multiplex admins. Like, get Golden Globes in here.
Yes.
God, no.
So we can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, I will. Let's go to Will.
I said best original screenplay.
All right, Scott.
Hope I didn't change the correct answer. I said best film editing.
That's probably
Best
right.
film editing is correct.
Nice
Thank
pull.
Scott catching up to one more point. It's 4-3. Bill's advantage. Going into your next question, Nick, category classics. What kind of company does Roger Thornhill work for in North by Northwest? I swear I cannot read today. I don't know what it is.
It's fair. Oh shit! I'm not wearing my glasses.
Oh
That's
yeah, you
fine.
weren't. I thought there was something different. They've been coming out all right. I mean, like you were throwing out some weird shit. I would have told you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go, Scott.
I said insurance.
Okay, and Will.
I also said insurance.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for advertising company.
Okay.
The other one.
All right. So then your final question in round number 1 will come in the category of the 1980s. The songs I Heard It Through the Grapevine, My Girl, and Good Lovin' are featured in what 80s film? Yeah, I can actually see fine without my glasses, but for some reason my eye doctor's like, you need glasses. I'm like, oh, okay.
Sounds like you just needed some money. Oh, probably as a gambling debt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to is it Scott? I think I honestly don't.
Yes.
Okay.
The Blues Brothers.
Okay. And Will.
And I know it's wrong, but My Girl.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for The Big Chill.
Oh,
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
We're not planning that one out. But round number 1, we got Will up to 4, Scott 3. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
Cool. Then we'll be moving on to the wheel round, in which both our competitors get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they land on the first time. They can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. They're going to have 5 questions of whatever category they land on, worth 2 points apiece. Or they can elect to go to multiple choice for 1 point. They're stealing, so, watch out for that. The categories on tonight's wheel are directed by Noah Baumbach, directors Jason Statham, romantic comedies, 1970s, recent releases, sports, scores and soundtracks, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Will, you are ahead, so you got the chance to spin first or defer. Here's Jake to help you make that call.
This is an okay wheel for you. But do you feel like you want to hang back a little bit?
That round 1 that round 1 was a little rough for me, so I kind of want to take a breather if I can.
Yeah.
So let's
that
see,
idea.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's defer.
Righty then. Say goodbye to you, Jake. And Scott, this would be your first spin. It lands on romantic comedies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
That was close. We'll spin again.
Alrighty, chance ain't fate. This time you're gonna keep whatever you land on this time, and they want you to have romantic comedies. I feel like the last time you were with me, you had to read these questions. So why don't you do it again, Dylan?
Sure. All right. So Scott, your first question in the category of romantic comedies. The majority of What's Up Doc takes place in what West Coast U.S. city?
San Francisco.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Silver Linings Playbook, Pat has what mental disorder?
Bipolar disorder.
That is correct for another 2 points. So now your third question in this category. In Tootsie, what is the first name of the woman Michael pretends to be?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Debbie, B, Abby, C, Ashley, or D, Dorothy.
D.
D is correct for 1 point. So now your penultimate question in this category. Who plays Holly's deceased husband, Jerry, in P.S. I Love You?
Gerard Butler.
That is correct for another 2 points. So now your final question in this category. In Hitch, what New York landmark do Hitch and Sarah go for their first date? Go to for their first date.
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, the Empire State Building, B, Ellis Island, C, Brooklyn Bridge, or D, Central Park.
I'll say D.
D is incorrect, so Will for the 1 point steal. Is it A, the Empire State Building, B, the Ellis Island, C, Brooklyn Bridge, or D, Central Park?
It's Ellis Island.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Okay. The end of Scott's turn, like you get to score up to 10. Will, that steal gets to score up to 5. That we have Dylan.
Yep.
All right, we'll bring back up the wheel. Bring back Jake. And this will be Will's first spin.
Great steal there, buddy.
Thank you.
And you'll land on scores and soundtracks. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I think there's better stuff on here that we can shoot for. So I think
it might be worth the risk to spin.
yeah,
again.
I think it's worth the risk. So I say we spin again.
All right, we're going to get all 4 spins here. And you will have to keep your land on this time, and you land on your strength of Jason Statham.
Nice.
Perfect.
You ready?
You got this, man.
Thank you.
Right. All right, Jake. I'll read your questions in Jason Statham. First question. What Jason Statham film features a device called God's Eye?
Multiple choice, please.
Choice options are A, The Expendables 2, B, Furious 7, C, Transporter 3, or D, The Mechanic.
Furious 7.
That's correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Your next question. Who directed Transporter 2?
I'm going to mess up the name. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Simon West, B, F. Gary Gray, C, John Turteltaub, or D, Louis Leterrier.
Louis Leterrier.
Oh, yeah, that's correct for 1 point.
Louis Leterrier, I guess is how you technically pronounce it. Yes.
So the way I said it. Your next question. In Snatch, Tarkish owns a shop that sells what specifically?
I don't want to mess up the terminology. Multiple choice.
Right, multiple choice options are A, slot machines, B, hunting rifles, C, bass guitars, or D, pool tables.
Okay, none of those are sounding familiar. Repeat the options one more time, please.
Option again, A, slot machines, B, hunting rifles, C, bass guitars, or D, pool tables.
Slot machines?
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
All right, your penultimate question category. In Spy, Nancy, played by Miranda Hart, joins McCarthy's character in Budapest using what code name? And we are looking for the first and last name.
Oh. I'll know it on multiple.
Multiple choice options are A, Taylor Green, B, Susan Cooper, C, Jane Smith, or D, Karen Walker.
Susan Cooper.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Final question in the category. What is the name of the mining outpost Lieutenant Mulaney Ballard was tasked with retrieving a convicted felon from in Ghost of Mars?
Let's go multiple to reduce the steal.
Multiple choice options are A. Shivering Pass, B. Dead Man's Gully, C. Shining Canyon, or D. Red Rock Gorge.
Shining Canyon.
That is correct for 1 point.
The one I didn't see. Wow.
So Will was able to maneuver this category well, getting the score up to 10, tying it up to Scott's 10. No steals. That's what you have, Dylan.
That is what I have.
Alrighty, cool. That means we'll move on to our new round number 3, a new pick your poison round, in which our competitors are still going to get 8 categories before the match, but now they will go and draft from those 8 categories. And whenever somebody has picked a category, their opponent cannot get a question from that category. They're still going to get 4 questions that are worth 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. The categories they can select from today are Westerns, Sports, 1970s, Action Adventure, Comedy, Scores and Soundtracks, Classics, and Oscars. Go until we run out of questions or the one player has been mathematically eliminated. We're going to let our competitors draft from those categories. Not sure if you're going to see it, but if you do, cool. Not, we'll be right back. Okay.
So will you draft first? Yeah.
So this is off camera now. Like
I don't know.
We're not sure.
Sometimes it's on camera, sometimes it's off. I don't know what it is.
I think we should start with action. I think we should take that first.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Action, Scott.
I'll take sports.
We want to do comedy here.
Yes, please.
Do comedy.
Comedy. Scott.
I'm going to take Oscars next.
Oscars.
True to scores.
Yeah, I was gonna say scores and soundtracks. Let's do that.
Alrighty, Scott.
I'll take classics.
Alrighty, Westerns or 70s, Will?
Yeah, I guess it's just whichever one you feel more comfortable, like slightly more comfortable with. I know neither of them is ideal for you, but like which one do you think you have a better chance of hitting like a 2-point level question on? Like it's probably going to be something data. So whichever category you feel like you're more likely to hit a data question in.
I don't know why my gut is saying Westerns.
Okay, that's fine. And you still have all 3 repeats. So
I do.
All right, Scott, that means you will take 1970s. And I think you know, Jake, need some advice. Will, put in the chat.
Yep.
All right, see ya. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know if we come. Well, starting off a score, like I said, it's 10-10. Since Will is higher ranked, we will start with Scott. Scott, what category would you like to take, and for what point value?
I'll take sports for 1 point.
Sports for 1. All right, and since I asked Will his question round number 2, I will ask you your questions round number 3. So you're 1 pointer in sports. Who plays Brenda Warner in American Underdog?
You gotta be kidding me.
5, 4, 2, 1.
Not wasting that one.
All right. Well, the correct answer was Anna Paquin. Because we are tied.
Yeah.
Jump
All
over
right.
to we'll jump over to Will. So, what category would you like to take for what point value?
Let's do Westerns for 1, please.
You got it. All right, Dylan.
Yes, sorry, I forgot I was hosting. All right, your question in the category of Westerns. Joaquin Phoenix and John C. Reilly play the titular characters in what 2010s Western?
The Brothers Sisters. Oh,
Is
shit.
in-
No, it's the other way around. Yep. Nope. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
That we were
The
looking for
Sisters
the
Brothers.
Sisters Brothers.
Fuck.
So we will go back over to Scott now.
And it's got a category you like to take next, and what point value?
I'll go 70s for 2.
All righty, 70s for 2. Your question. What military ranking does Marlon Brando's character have in Apocalypse Now?
Colonel.
That is correct for 2 points. That will go back over to Will. What's the next category you'd like to take for what point value?
Scores for 2, please.
Scores for 2, got it. Dylan?
All right. So your question in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the scores for The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs?
I'm just going to say James Newton Howard.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All righty, with that, back over to Scott.
All right, classics for 3.
All right, before I can get it out. Okay. Your 3-pointer in classics. What classic film is about a woman who begins to question her love for her screenwriter neighbor when she starts to suspect him of murder?
In a Lonely Place.
That is correct for 3 points.
Great.
Score of 15. Now, Will, back over to you.
I think I want to do Action for 3.
Action, 1, 3. Okay.
All right.
Dylan.
So your question in the category of action/adventure. In what 2000s action film will you find a surveillance program called Snow White?
Five.
Repeat the question, please.
All right. So your question again in action-adventure. In what 2000s action film will you find a surveillance program called Snow White?
Will's first repeat. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Sicario.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Deja Vu.
Oh, shit. I should have known that.
Okay.
Yep.
With that, we will stay with Will. He has one question left, one category. That's a 4-pointer in comedy, which he needs to hit to send it back over to Scott, or Scott will win the match.
All right. So your 4-point question in the category of comedy, Will. What comedy ends with the main characters being injured by being thrown off the ladder of a fire truck?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
All right. That is your second repeat. What comedy ends with the main characters being injured by being thrown off the ladder of a fire truck?
If this is wrong, it's a great game, Scott, but I'm going to say it's a mad, 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 mad world.
That is correct. 4
Nice.
big points.
Oh shit!
To count
Good
the
job.
maths. With that, Will takes the lead by 1 point, leaving Scott with his last question. His 4-pointer in Oscars. Pretty simple. He hits it, he wins. If not, Will wins. So Scott, here's your 4-pointer in Oscars. What is the only Oscar Death Becomes Her won? Five, 4,
Repeat.
3. Okay, that is your second repeat. Your question again. What is the only Oscar Death Becomes Her won?
That has to be. He didn't he use one repeat in the. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry.
Five, 4.
I'll take one last repeat.
That is your last repeat. That's the second.
Yeah.
Question again. What is the only Oscar Death Becomes Her won?
I think it's 1 of 2. I'm going to say best makeup and hairstyling.
And your winner, Will Cohen. The correct answer was best visual effects.
I wasn't even thinking that. All right.
That
Oh,
take out Will here. We'll talk to Scott. Scott played a pretty good game. You got it's not a strength, but it was the other thing you put on the wheel. Romantic comedies, played through that pretty well. Kept it close in round number 1. Just couldn't hit this Oscars question in. But overall, how do you feel like you did this match today?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just can't play a complete game. That's the problem. There's always one round that trips me up, and it's been every round at a various time. And today it was round 1 because I didn't do very well in round 1. So that's obviously got to just put together that complete game. Yeah, it's a tough loss. I thought I did pretty well with what I didn't want in round 2, and then hit a couple questions in round 3. Always seem to come out on the losing end of these like really close ones like this. But credit to Will, that was a great pull for his 4-pointer to keep it alive. And yeah, I'm not too upset in the end because that was not one of the things I was thinking for that Oscars question. So I'm not gonna kick myself too bad about it, especially because the 1-pointer also could have been my 4-pointer, I think. So
well, I'm pretty sure this does end your season here for Melee singles. Still at 500, so definitely being asked back. But
I always am. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, I played 18 matches. Like, who do you want to play? Who you haven't played yet? I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, most of the people that I played before, I have retired since then because I guess they were all scared of the rematch. So if there's anyone left out there, sure, I'll play somebody. I would love to play Anthony again, even though I seem to be cursed when I play him because that was my worst match ever when I played him. So I'd like to play him again.
Yeah, know the feeling. We'll see you next time, Scott. And I'll bring our winner. So Will Cohen and his manager, Jake Meltzer. Will, I think it was a pretty simple year. Like you were able to navigate your strength well. Got pulled off a multiple choice so that whole way through. Went and tied, giving yourself a slight advantage there, and you're able to hit your 4. But how do you feel how you did today? I can't talk.
well, clearly I need to slow the fuck down. I got way too I got way too confident in that 1-pointer, and I should have hit that. I actually have seen that movie fairly recently. I should have hit that. But being able to pull It's a Mad World after not seeing it since I think since I was like maybe 14, and remembering that, you know, that was the reason why everyone was in the hospital at the end. I think that's kind of impressive. I think that's the most confident thing I'm going to say about myself all match, but all props to Scott. This was much closer than I would have ever wanted it to, but the last match that I played with Scott was also a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But no, I think this was a great match. This was a competitive match. This was a fun match. Jake, thoughts?
I just want to say I deep cutted that movie for a title match against your now emancipated son AJ Barr, and I didn't even know that. So the fact that you remembered that from like however long ago you watched that, I'm not going to out how old you are. That's pretty incredible. To make that poll, like. Yeah, I was kind of amazed by that, and like but I did also think that Scott was right. I thought it was best makeup too. So
I knew it wasn't.
Okay, well, just based on that movie, but no, like this was a great match. I think, yeah, I just think that your resilience, I think throughout the season, I think it just has reared its ugly head. Like you'll make a misstep like you did with the sisters brothers, and then you'll just come back and you'll just pull it out with that amazing 4-point pull. And I think that's why you can never be written off, like in any.
And may I say, that's the only 4-point pull I've pulled all season.
Hey, 1 is better than 0.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, and like
it's the one that counted.
Working your way through the round 2 with the multiple choice, Anthony will be very upset with you. You did not get that Furious 7 question immediately, but it's okay. We can work on that. But yeah, great match by you. Great match by Scott. It's just, it's just you had a great pull at the end, and sometimes that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
Well, you are going to keep going, and your next match we have up for you is conductor, whatever his nickname is, Cameron Holzman. Cameron, how do you feel about that?
I'm actually kind of excited by that prospect, actually, because Cam and I talk like kind of like not frequently, but every now and then when we talk, the conversations get like hilariously weird sometimes, and like we kind of have like this friendly rivalry with each other, but it kind of feels like hair pulling on the playground a little bit. So that's going to be just absolutely fun. Plus, I've kind of been working on a couple new strengths that I kind of want to test out, just so I can hear the groans coming all the way from Canada. So, Jake, what do you think about that matchup?
Expect 2 things. A strength that involves movies that very young people like, and a crack about your Letterboxd account. I'm
surprised I haven't gotten that in the last 3 matches.
I think that streak is about to end. Please don't disappoint me, Cameron. We love to see it. So it's going to be a great match. He's, as somebody who has played him more times than I can count across various leagues, I know firsthand this sort of mental knots that playing against him can get me wound up in. So just have fun with this, because like he's a very good player, but I think all of the pressure is going to be on him. So just go out there, have a great time, and you've proven to be a really tough out. I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Well, next match will include more jokes about your Letterboxd account. See you next time, Will and Jake. Well, it was a pretty good match. Pretty close all the way through. Got anything else for us, Dylan?
Yeah, absolutely. Great match. Great back and forth. Both competitors, I think, stumbling a bit in round number 1, but then absolutely picking it up in round number 2 and 3. Yeah, great stuff. I'm excited to see what Will does in the future, and I'm excited to see what Scott does next season. So should be good.
All right. Well, that will end our episode, Multiplex Move Melee today. I thank our competitors, Will Cohen, Scott Harvey, as well as our loan manager today, Mr. Jake Meltzer, as well as Dylan. And I won't thank myself. I'm not a douche. Along with everybody else here at Multiplex Movie Melee, keeping this train on the tracks, giving you this great content. See you next time, guys. Be well.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior.
You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a fair.
Bye-bye.